What kind of a radio program is this where the presenter won't play a request?
Are you going to play it?
No, I haven't got it with me at the moment.
He's unhelpful. Some say incompetent.
Could you get somebody in that knows how this thing works?
The other person has hung up.
He never listens to callers. What about the wee call?
Will you stop? Can you not see I'm enjoying myself?
Sometimes he won't even talk to you.
A loser.
Go away.
And he laughs at his own jokes. And then there's the awful impersonation.
I will find you. And I will too. I like that one.
Gerry Anderson, weekdays from 10:30 on BBC Radio Ulster. Or listen again, online.
On the rare occasions I've tried to be nice, it doesn't work. I start laughing. Mr. Coyle.
Yes?
You didn't tell me that you went behind my back and made that trail.
I knew very little about it. I was given a script to read, and I didn't know you were involved.
Do you know what this means? Strangers hear before I hear it. Thank you for playing it. But it's terrible to hear it from strangers first.
It's the first time I heard it.
In other words, somebody tricked you into doing it.
No,
what you're trying to say.
I was told, read this.
Do you always do that when you always do what you're told?
Well,
you should question it, saying, what is it I'm supposed to
the
read?
money was good.
You mean you were paid?
No.
This is one of my favourite singers, Amy Mann, her new single.
When you're a charmer, the apples fall, and you're quite the little collector. You got 'em all. When you're a charmer, people respond.
That's Amy Mann. It's from her new album, which is called The Charmer, and that's called The Charmer. The morning, good morning. I meant to say good morning, and I said the morning.
Yeah.
What
was her last single?
The last single she had, I'm not quite sure. She doesn't usually release singles. The last thing that I was aware of, really, was she did the soundtrack for a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I loved it very much indeed, but I can't remember the name of it. Listen, I'm not a virgin anymore. I'm on Twitter now. Did you know about that?
Well, you talked about it yesterday.
I'm on
but
Twitter, no, but
are
I'm
you-
on now.
Are you
I'm on
signed
now.
up or whatever you do?
I'm ready to tweet. Anyone who wants to tweet me, it's at
Well,
Gerry
what's your number?
At Gerry Anderson.
What?
That's what you don't understand any of this.
Did I not ring
terminology.
you?
No, you can't ring me.
How do I contact?
No, you see, let me just explain to you.
Uh-huh.
Twitter is not a phone thing. It's a thing whereby you communicate.
But
with the
how do I
person.
do it?
You just log onto your screen, right? And you write me, you send me a Twitter message at Gerry Anderson. That's where I am. All one word.
Do I go into Google?
The girls will show you.
No, I'll do it myself. What do I go into?
Shane will come in and ask Shane how to do
But
it. I don't know how to do it.
I'm told that I can't do it because I'm not.
No, you can't do it.
I'm not part of you. I'm
You're
not part of it.
me.
No.
Part of you is part of me.
I
is
have
part
to.
of-
I have to be a member. Apparently.
You have to be a member. Yeah, but you can't join me because I've moved on, Sean. You see,
Well, what's there so far?
I've only just said.
It's
I'm
just
telling
started
people-
this minute.
Yeah,
Well,
this moment.
let's see who your first twit is.
Well, we've got 500 followers already.
What?
Yeah, got 500 followers already. But
That's
I'm
a
not
lie.
It's not a lie. It's there in front of me.
Just since
469 to be honest.
have you?
Yeah,
That's
but I think I inherited them from the imposter. I'm not quite sure yet.
But
So it's-
you're going to take them anyway.
I'm going to take them.
Of course you are.
At Gerry Anderson, you may Twitter me.
At Gerry Anderson.
You may tweet me. I've never said that before.
No.
You may tweet me today.
But can I?
You can do nothing. Maybe
Thomasina has got you up.
Thomasina, fine little thing.
You're on
Thomasina's
Thomasina's screen.
Thomasina.
Many things has he got, Thomasina? Many? Two? You have two since half
Followers,
past.
I said.
You have two since half 10.
Followers, I said.
Yes. Oh, followers.
500. 469.
477.
Oh, yeah, you see, there's 9 more since I said that. Since I started to talk to you, 9 more people.
So that's not fair.
It is fair. You just don't understand any of it. You know why?
It's
Because
not fair
you're...
that I can't communicate with you.
You can't communicate because you choose not to, because you're a Luddite. You're a man soaked
Well, why don't you?
deep in
Why
the past.
Why don't you enroll me?
I don't want you.
Can I become one of your friends?
No, I don't want you. Incidentally, a gentleman writes to me, and he said, Dear Sean and Gerry, just a small correction. When Sean asked if Gerry ever had a hoop, Gerry said, that Belfast thing, hoop and clique. Sean said no, a hoop only, and he had one, and a special one at that, not just a wheel, but one with a tyre. Oh dear, dear, you couldn't have a hoop without a clique, and if he had one with a tyre, he was a sissy. They were for girls. Sean will never be an Indian. There's a man calling you a sissy. A man who lives in Canada.
He's telling lies.
He's not telling lies.
Would I tell you something? Would we have got bicycle wheels with tyres on then?
I don't know.
It was a deluxe model.
Now, you only got those when the trouble started. I went to the wee shop round the corner for a message for my mommy with my hoop and clique. You don't even know what a clique is.
The clique's a stick.
Yeah, of course.
But we didn't call them cliques. And the people
We
in
didn't have
Belfast,
sticks.
they played a game on
Yeah.
the curb with the clique.
Pussies. I know. I left my hoop outside the shop, and when I came out, somebody had stolen my hoop. How was I going to get home, I thought.
Yes.
Your show has me laughing every day. I live in Brompton, Canada, and I have done so for 50 years and look forward to you both each day, introducing us to local talent who are great, by the way. That's Noel Fitzgerald, Little Bit Fast, living in Brampton, in Canada for a very long time.
Do you remember, too, when you got new runners? You thought you could run faster?
Well, you could. It was a psychological thing,
Aye.
in much the same way as people, athletes today, when they have new footwear, it's technically designed to make them a little fleeter. It happens. That's Don't forget now, if you want to contact this program, the number to ring is 08459 555 678. You may tweet me at Gerry Anderson, all one word, no space. The email address is gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk, and the text messaging service is 81771. Don't you see what's happening here? We're gradually building up a futuristic profile. I'm just like all the other people. You can tweet me, you can email me, you can text me,
That
you can write
Twitter
to me.
account has been up and going a long time. He's lying about an imposter. Someone
was an
said.
imposter.
Well, that's what someone said, that you're lying about an imposter.
No, but you see, that was an imposter. But I have now come along.
Twitter,
This is
my...
arse. I'm the real person now. The person
You're
who
a
was on
lady
before.
boy now. You've lost your Indian status. There you are. That's from Brendan. So there you are now. There you are.
That's a song called The Clock. That's from an album called The View. No, it's from a band called The View who played here in Belfast. I think it was last Friday in the... I don't know where they played. And they're in Dublin. I don't know where they are. It's one of those things. Right, I've got a little song for you. We asked the people out there what they would like to hear, and they said that they would like to hear Teenage Kicks because of the documentary that was on the other night. They would like to hear it done by Studio Joe. So what I've done is, I hope you don't mind this, I've got the lyrics of the song, and I've passed them to you. Have you got them there?
Yes.
Hello? Have you got them there? Right.
Yes.
So what I thought I would do, instead of playing a conventional backing track, I thought I'd play a track that was nowhere near appropriate, and see what kind of handling you make of it.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can do it.
Music.
It is music. No, you only have to talk. You only have to talk.
I
But
won't
trust
know
me
when
on
to.
this.
I won't know when to come in and when to
I'll
stop
tell you.
singing
I'll tell you
and
when
when
to come in.
or what top talk.
I'll tell you when to come in. Hold on a second. I'm just lining the thing up now.
do this.
This is an experience for you. You see, this is good because you're flying by the seat of your pants. And I've seen the seat of your pants, and I wouldn't fly by it if I were you. Right, okay, so I'm going to
I see the first line in this song.
Yes.
A teenage dreams.
A teenage, as in a noun.
A
A
teenage,
teenage.
dreams.
He's a teenage.
A teenage dreams.
Yeah, a teenage dreams.
A teenage dream. A teenage dreams.
So it's so hard to beat.
A teenage dreams. A teenage dreams. So hard. A teenage dreams.
It's the undertones.
So,
They don't believe in punctuation. In other words, a teenage dreams, that sounds like a teenage dreams, but it's not. A teenage dream is so hard to beat.
A
The expert
teenage
just
dream.
corrected me there. A man who wrote it is in there.
What did he say?
He said a teenage dream so hard. But he didn't write it, but he
A
said
teenage dreams. What?
so hard to beat.
I know.
Well, you
So
don't know what
what?
a teenage dream is?
Yes.
Well, there you are.
It didn't make sense. It didn't. I
A
thought.
teenage dream so hard to beat?
It's all right. It's clear. Well, what have I to do? Stop it.
What do you have to do?
Don't leave me.
I'm not going to leave you.
You are leaving me.
I shall always be with you.
Now, what are you going to do?
I'm going to play a music that's inappropriate, right? And all you
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate, which has nothing to do with the song. So to accentuate the lyrics, and you have to be Studio Joe.
Studio Joe.
And I'll tell you when to start, okay?
Well, I have to look at you at the same time.
Many verses are there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 verses, okay. I'll
That's
conduct.
very-
Can I conduct you?
But right, will
have
you
got
not?
have you got your voice right?
I don't know. No, well, we'll try it.
Practice.
A teenage dream so hard to beat.
That's it. Okay. Well, start with the music. I'll tell you when to start. Go.
A teenage dream's so hard to beat. Every time she walks down the street.
Pause. Go.
Another girl in the neighborhood. Wish she was mine, she looks so good.
Go.
I wanna hold her tight.
No, do that again.
I wanna hold her tight.
Slow down a bit.
Get teenage dreams right through the night.
Teenage kicks.
It says get teenage kicks right through the night.
Hey,
What
you
did I
said
say?
dreams.
We'll do it again?
Jesus, get it right, will you?
Oh, stop that language.
Go ahead.
I wanna hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night.
Go.
I'm gonna call her on the telephone. Have her over, 'cause I'm all alone.
Have her over? Have her over? Right. Not yet. Go.
I need excitement. Oh, I need it bad.
Now, don't be overacting.
I need excitement. Oh, I need it bad. And it's the best I've ever had.
Go.
I wanna hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night. All right.
don't know about the all right. Is that necessary? Try that again without the all right.
It's here.
I would try it without it. I think it sounds better without it.
If you leave the all right out, does that mean you don't have to pay them?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Tell me when they go.
Go.
I wanna hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night.
All right. I thought that was very good.
Thank you.
See, it has a whole different meaning when you put it beside real music.
It's now time for a commercial break.
Here's another person from Derry.
Well, you said I'd show my heart to anyone. Had enough and you were gone and on your way. You said I only had myself to blame and that I should be ashamed how I behaved. You never looked me in the eye. I never bought those things you said. I think you left your honesty back asleep on someone's bed. You left me feeling like a fool. It took some time, but now I pray I never go through the kind of hurt and disappointment I felt over you. And no one leaves you like a fool. Got me thinking of the gamble that we take and the price some people pay with big old love. You think you know someone and then they'll walk away like you meant nothing anyway. The heart will break. Oh, every little bit of you I cherished, I adored. You better find that strength within when your love walks out the door. You left me feeling like a fool. Took some time, but now I pray I never go through the kind of hurt and disappointment I felt over you. No one leaves you like a fool. But my heart now, it's a healer, getting stronger. I can feel it. Just got a man now, it's getting deeper. Bring it on down now, deeper and deeper. Look for the sunshine, feel the heat now. You take it easy, get back up on your feet now. No more crying, you wipe those eyes closed, and no more feeling like a fool. Was down so long, but thank the Lord now I'm breaking on through. No more feeling like a fool. Clouds are broken and the sun shines, breaking on through. Say goodbye, I dry my tears and I ain't mine. The road was long, but I kept on trying. It wasn't meant to be. I got my family and my everything. Put it down to experience. I got my girls with me. Sing! Sunshine is coming up my face and the water's pouring over. I'm moving to a new place. Sunshine is warming up my face and the water's pouring over. I'm moving to a new place. Sunshine is warming up my face and the water's pouring over. I'm moving to a new place. Sunshine is warming up my face. No more feeling like a
That's Brona Gallagher. If I could find the CD, I'd tell you what that track is called. I'll find it in a minute. Oh, there it is. It's called Fool. That's excellent. Do you know something? People are so cruel. There am I, and I decided to put myself on Twitter just so the access would be there. And what's the first thing I get?
An insult.
They've accused me of cropping the photograph to hide my baldness.
Let's
Have you
see.
seen that? And that's not true. That's not.
Oh,
do you know?
it's
do you
just
know?
your eyebrows.
No, but you know why that photograph is like that? Because
No.
it's too big. It's too big. I didn't crop it to hide my
Well, who
baldness.
put that photograph there? Who put that on?
I did.
Oh, well, it's your fault then.
No, it's not my fault. I'll change it today. People think I cropped it because I'm baldy. I'm not
It's
baldy
not
at
good.
all.
It's not good. No,
What?
It's not a good. No, it's.
Well, it's the only one that fit it, really, because it has to be. It's complicated. I can't do all this
Let's
stuff.
read some of your messages.
I can't read them.
No, we can.
Can you?
Can we, Thomasina?
She can't read them.
Yes, we can.
There's 600 now.
What's the last one? What does it say? What has you got? What has you got? What? 420. 477. Where's the 600? Still no advance in 2.
Well, hold on a minute. She's lying. We got 600 now.
Or maybe ours is not updated. Would that be it? I don't know. You've 600 in there. We have 477.
All right then. Okay. All right then.
What's the last message, Tim? Anything complimentary?
No, are you not reading any of the messages? Not reading them
Why not?
because I'm not sure how this thing works yet. I don't want to make a mistake. See, people might send messages and they might think they're private or whatever. I don't know.
So well, then we'll leave that department to you.
Well, leave that department to me.
That's your department.
That's my priority because I don't like you looking at things for me. I don't.
No,
want
but we
you to
can. But remember this: that we have access to it.
That's what I don't like about it.
So therefore, anything you reply, we'll see it, won't we, Thomasina? So we'll see everything that comes in, everything that goes out.
Really?
Yes. So.
But sure, I don't like that. It means I can. Look! Look at me starting to cough with the
Sure,
word.
I had to take 2 tablets last night.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You ever heard me coughing like that before? Could this be that I've contracted some kind of... What is this? Is there something wrong with you, is there? Have you got some kind of virus?
I took 2 tablets last night. I had a funny throat last night.
Had you? I got a dizzy head there. I better examine this further. I'm not happy about this.
Did you watch the programme on Rome last night?
Excuse me, which one was that?
I don't know. Ancient Rome, what do you call it? I don't know.
Treasures of Ancient Rome.
Treasures of Ancient
No, I
Rome.
didn't watch it. I watched it last week. I recorded it last night. I don't know if I like that guy who does it. He's he's very annoying.
I'm the same. I don't know whether he's very good or is he annoying. I thought the same thing.
He's been at the presenter school. And obviously they've told him all the things to do. And I don't like when they just let the people talk. There was a programme on BBC4 the other night. And it was the strangest thing ever. The best person, I think, ever to write anything about Rome was Robert Hughes. Robert Hughes, the Australian art critic who died actually just a couple of months ago. And he did a breakthrough series in the 80s called Shock of the New. And it was all about art and about various artefacts, that kind of thing. But they repeated it in Channel 4 and I watched it last night. And you know what he does? He just stands there and talks to you.
But he must show you things.
He shows you things, but he just stands there and talks. He doesn't wave his arms or anything.
Well,
Doesn't try to be a personality. He just stands there and tells you things. And you know something? It's great. Because he's not trying to be a personality. He's just standing there telling you
I
things.
don't think any awful is trying to be a personality.
He is. Yes, he's trying to be show busy and everything.
There's a lot of names coming at you.
Now, that's because you don't know their names.
No, I know. But there's a wee story last night that he told me last night, but you told us the wee story way last year. It was very good.
What story is
No,
that?
I'm not going to tell you.
I played the wrong record here. Hold on a second. I meant to play this other one. That's very noisy. And I know that people don't like noise. And I'm very, very keen on making sure that people are happy. You know what I'm like.
Well, I can play 3 chords on this old homemade guitar. Sounds just like Van Morrison in his better days. And if you could stop me, you would have already. 'Cause jealousy is obviously killing you. 'Cause I can play 3 chords on this old homemade guitar. Sounds just like Van Morrison in his better days. And if you could stop me, you would have already. 'Cause jealousy is obviously killing you.
603 now. Doing okay. Listen now, we did that thing with Studio Joe doing Teenage Kicks. People are saying, why don't you do it by somebody else? And maybe, who would you like to do? Would you like to do it again with somebody else? Somebody else's voice?
Yeah, okay.
Would you?
That's all right.
Okay, well,
Listen,
let's get suggestions.
Well, before you go, how did Andy Murray do?
What?
How did Andy Murray do?
He won.
Did he?
Yeah, it's all over the place.
On 92 to 95 FM
and 1341 medium wave.
This is BBC Radio Ulster.
Hello, with the BBC News at 11 o'clock, this is Jenny Lowry. The Shadow Chancellor, Ed Balls, has faced jeers at the TUC's annual conference in Brighton after refusing to oppose government plans to cap public sector pay. He's also made clear that Labour won't support strikes against coalition cuts, saying the party doesn't want a return to the 1980s. He told delegates that jobs were more important than wages.
We can't with credibility say the first priority is more pay for existing workers when hundreds of thousands of people are losing their jobs. That's a reality, but it's a reality because of George Osborne's failure on the economy. And we have always, as a movement, said, let's put jobs first. That's the right argument for us, and it's the best way for us to win the public argument that we need a plan for jobs and growth.
The emergency services are still working at the scene of a coach crash in Surrey in which 3 people died. The coach was returning to Merseyside from a music event on the Isle of Wight when it veered off the A3 and hit a tree near Hindhead. Police say the driver was among those killed. 50 people have been taken to hospital. Some have serious injuries. Militants have fired 4 rockets at the US airbase at Bagram in Afghanistan, killing 3 Afghan personnel and destroying a NATO Chinook helicopter. The Taliban says it carried out the attack. A prison officer has been arrested by police investigating corrupt payments by journalists to public officials. The man, who's 31, was held in Northampton early this morning. His is the 44th arrest of the inquiry. A 34-year-old man's been arrested in connection with the robbery of a cash delivery van on the Ormeau Road in South Belfast. It happened on Sunday. A 27-year-old woman has also been arrested on suspicion of assisting offenders. Well, time now to get all the very latest sport, and here's Gavin Andrews.
Andrew Little has been ruled out of Northern Ireland's World Cup qualifier against Luxembourg tonight as a result of a foot injury and has returned to his club. Kick-off at Windsor Park is 7:45 with coverage on BBC Radio Ulster from 7:30. Manchester United winger Robbie Brady and Sunderland midfielder David Mailer will make their debuts in the Republic's friendly against Oman at Craven Cottage. Andy Murray's coach Ivan Lendl believes the new US Open champion will go on improving, saying we're not anywhere near where he can get to. Last night, Murray became the first British man to win a Grand Slam singles title in 76 years. He beat the defending champion Novak Djokovic in 5 sets in New York.
Thanks, Gavin. And what can we expect from the weather now? Here's Barra Best.
It'll be bright and breezy today with scattered showers, most frequent and perhaps heaviest over Fermanagh and Tyrone and across the north coast. There will be spells of sunshine through the day also, the best of which will be across counties Armagh and Down. Another cooler than average day with highs around 14 degrees. Mainly dry and bright this evening, but patchy rain or showers in the west will move to most areas overnight.
BBC News.
BBC Radio Ulster. Travel News.
The Cushendall Road in Ballycastle has reopened after an accident, while in Bangor the West Circular Road is down to 1 lane until around 4 this afternoon, and that's the case for tomorrow from 9:30 until 4 as well. Drivers can expect delays from the junction with Clandyboy Road to the junction with Drumhurk Drive. And at George Best, Belfast City Airport, the 12:15 arrival from East Midlands has been delayed by an hour. Elaine Sutherland reporting.
Travel News on BBC Radio Ulster.
On Talkback Today with me, William Crawley, would you be happy to pay for your prescriptions? The Chief Medical Officer says if you can afford to pay, then you should. Do you agree? We're taking your calls on that. 08459 555 678. Britain or Ireland, what would you do if you were Rory McIlroy? Do you feel sorry for him? Or is it ludicrous in this day and age that he even has to talk about the question? Also today, would you keep your child at home if he was allocated to a secondary school you didn't want him to go to? That's what one woman in Ballymena is doing. And have we just seen the best lineup ever for Strictly? Our lines are open from 12.
Strictly! 618 now. It's going well. Wonder, could you get 1,000 before 11? Or Or 12, sorry.
I'm quietly confident.
I can feel good about myself when I can say I don't need nobody else on a clear day. There is nothing in my way, just a big sky that has emptied all the gray on a clear day. And the dark night disappears from view. The sunrise makes everything brown on a clear day. I can see the road ahead, and I'm not thrown by every bump and every bend. Now the rain's gone, there is a stillness in the air, and I know how long it took to get me there on a clear day. And the dark night disappears from view. The sunrise makes everything brown. And the dark night disappears from view. The sunlight makes everything brand new. Even after all that we've been through. On a clear day, I can feel good about myself, and it's okay that I might need somebody else on a clear day. On a clear day. On a clear day.
Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. Little It's alright. 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 Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun.
That's good, isn't it? That's Charlie Dore, Charlia. Doesn't sound like a Charlie to me. Charlie Dore, Here Comes the Sun. It's Beatles cover, of course, and before that was Brian Kennedy from his new album called Voice, obviously because he was a judge. And that's a song written by himself and Brendan Murphy. It was called On a Clear Day. A gentleman asked me a very interesting question. He said, how come after the news you always play two songs, one after the other?
Yeah, why do you do that?
The reason I do that is to give the people a break. Because normally, sometimes we talk quite a lot the first half hour of the programme. And the people are fed up of hearing people talking because they've already had an hour and a half of Nolan, which is more than any white man can take. And then we're talking for a while. And then the news, and then they get depressed with the news again, you see, and then they say, oh, this never stop. And then I think after the news, the people require two songs, one after the other. And I usually pick them with great care. To make sure that, the people are soothed.
A gentleman phoned in to say that song you played, Here Comes the Sun, shows that you have a sense of humour. They're having hailstones in cold rain.
I know. How quickly the winter comes.
Yes.
Excuse me?
Look, I'm going too.
Yeah.
You hear that? No, it was bad.
Well, you see, the abrupt change in temperature, the thermometer has dropped.
Yes.
Seriously.
Lily Brown.
Yes?
Lily Brown of Killilea is celebrating her 91st birthday. This request is from her son Gordon and daughter-in-law Christine. And could you possibly bring yourself to playing Lily the Pink for her?
I don't think that can.
No. See that, Lily? He wouldn't even do that for you, Lily, on your birthday.
I don't think that can be done.
You see?
I wish Lily all the best, but that's a step too far for me.
No, it's not.
It is. It's not a step too far for you because you're just a... I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
I remember, I think I told this before, but I remember...
I have to live up to my trail,
One Friday night.
Yes.
When we were all single, and we were going to a dance hall not too far from here called the Borderland. And it was the Chessmen who were playing.
Yes.
Right? And you were in the same bar as us, but I think you may have been upstairs in a little room, the band, throwing little hot whiskies down your throat as far as I...
Or alternatively, vodkas.
Whatever.
Yes.
But we were downstairs in the lounge.
The peasant's place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a group of us went on stage.
A group of you went on stage?
And we sang Lily the Pink.
Oh, on the bar the bar downstairs.
That must have been horrendous.
It must have been something to behold.
And we thought it was great because Lily the Pink was regarded as being funny then.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm glad I was upstairs. That's all I can say.
You?
Gerry, what's going on? I emailed you yesterday, says Ryan, with the definitive steps to declare an Indian, one being no Facebook or Twitter account. He showed me 3 things that proved definitively that a person is an Indian, and one of them was not having a Facebook or a Twitter account. And the very next day you open up a Twitter account. This therefore makes you a cowboy. I imagine in time of cowboys they would have boasted on the amount of cattle they would have, as you are now boasting how many followers you have, although the Twitter followers would be more like sheep than cattle. You will have to hand in your tomahawk and pick up your chaps. I haven't picked up a chap. for months. Well, you see,
See,
that's
I'm a true Indian. I don't have mobile phone, don't have Twitter,
No.
don't have Facebook.
No, you just haven't joined the human race.
No, I'm a real Indian.
No, you're a dropout. That's
No.
what you are. You refuse to have any responsibility of any kind or have anything around you that requires
Well, it's
any
good.
kind of... I know, but it's just
It's an
it's
Indian.
laziness in your
No,
part.
it's an Indian.
It's not a choice. It's just you're afraid of all these things.
Yeah.
You're afraid of everything.
Yeah.
Now, a very interesting point is brought up there. The gentleman says, why have I suddenly opened a Twitter account? And another person suggests that I've been made to open a Twitter account by the BBC. This is not true. What I thought was, over the past couple of days, I realised that Twitter is here to stay. And I said to myself, why must I try and hold back the tide of progress? Because not that I don't particularly think I need Twitter, but why deny people the access to it? Because there are many ways to insult me, and I think we should not block off one particular avenue. Because they can insult me by email, by what do you call that other thing, text, and by snail mail, and by phone, and why can't they insult me by twittering? And it's only fair. After all, these people pay their licence fee.
Well, then, why don't you read out some of the insults?
Because I don't know how it all works yet.
What do you mean you don't know how it works?
I don't want to be fiddling about with something if I don't know how it works.
Someone sends you a message.
But I can't. I don't know how it works yet.
But every Twitter in your department. Have you got a room full of people now that belong to you in your Twitter world?
No, let me just tell you what. Let me tell you what the problem is here. I am on email here, right? I can get email messages, but I'm getting messages which says Twitter, 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 Twitter. And then when I flog onto that, I don't see anything. I see kind of a strange thing. So I don't know whether to go onto my Twitter account or not. So I have to talk to the expert after the program. I don't want to be fiddling about, maybe mess up the whole system here. I'm going to find out how it works after the program. Now that I'm in, now that I'm getting messages, I'm going to find out after the program how it works. And see, by tomorrow morning, I will be fluent.
I would see everybody in your class.
Yes.
Can they, when it comes into you, they're all reading that as well?
I don't know. This is what I need to know. I need to know this stuff.
Is that right?
I don't know how it works.
So every message that comes into him, everybody in his class see it?
I don't know.
His department, his
department. What do you think?
Whatever you belong to in this world of Twitter. So what does it say? What was the last message that we could read and won't get into trouble? What does it say, Thomasina? The last message he received.
Just 2 from Gerry.
Eh?
Just 2 from Gerry.
Just 2 from Gerry. Was he sending ones out?
No, I didn't.
Eh?
I sent 2 out yesterday. I sent hello.
He's what?
He's done it.
He's
Wrote on the wall.
He wrote on the wall.
You see, you're making a mistake asking people this kind of stuff because you don't understand the answers.
No, neither do you.
I understand.
You have
the
a
answers.
wall now. Then
I have a wall.
Have you a wall?
Yeah, I have a wall on Facebook as well. I'm going to talk to these people after. Don't be digging yourself any deeper here. Just leave
I
it.
just want to know how it works.
Ask somebody afterwards. Don't be trying to find out on the air because then people realise how stupid you are.
Well, you don't know.
But I'm pretending.
Yeah, you're pretending.
I'm not to be
I'm an
stupid.
Indian. I have an open book. I'm an open book.
You're not an Indian.
You're pretending.
You're not an Indian.
Indians don't pretend.
Indians do.
They do not.
They do. Patrick Kavanagh is writing to me again, and he wants me to pioneer his new work. And he said, "My father was a shoe mender. He kept the country shod, kept the foot from the sod. Boots were his main stock in trade. Old boots, held together by God knows what, was all he got to mend. There was a time, a group of men, known as journeymen cobblers, strange men, most of them a bit touched in the head. They would sleep in the settled bed, work perhaps for a month or so, then suddenly, up and go. Jimmy the Prophet was such a man, sure of hand, who hated my father. While listening to the tales my father told, Jimmy would hammer like hell and silently scold. After my father had told a long story with no shortcuts, Jimmy would leap up, throw an old boot on the floor and roar, 'Kavanagh! You're both ends of a liar to say Paddy Maguire was the uncle of wee Willie Joe, who was brought low by the drink. If you think I'm going to sit here beside the fire listening to lies about Paddy Maguire, the only uncle is Willie Joe. It was Barney Sullivan who made his dough, selling broken-down horses at market fairs and rabbits caught in wire snares. Kavanagh! No need to shout. Your lies, my boy, have caught you out. Next morning he was gone, but he always came back again. Dublin, what can I say? Without condemning my soul to everlasting damnation, a hard old station. The critics, like a sewer rat, grew fat on people like me. Perhaps I revealed too much about myself, pulled the blinds so people could see the real me. Parts of the great hunger became an albatross round my neck, feck, revealing my pent-up passion. I took a lashing in pubs and bars over malt and jars. I tried to laugh it off, but it left scars. Brendan Bean, wild of eye, whispering sly, would administer the lashes. Nothing for Paddy tonight, but the burnt-out ashes tonight. The moon hangs low over Brannigan's Hill. Not a breeze ruffles the trees. Old memories flash through my brain like someone shuffling a deck of cards. Tonight I am at peace. My mind is like a placid pond, which no doubt float on. Oh, let me be like the mighty oak tree, strong, enduring, and alone. Would you tell these people not to be printing the messages when I'm reading poetry? It puts the people off.
Sorry, an Indian wouldn't have said that.
An Indian would have said that, surely, but he would have said it like this: don't print up when reading poetry.
Danced with me at the water's edge. I watched you move with the freedom of light. Took my hand in the blue moonlight. Our barefoot steps were warm on sand, and I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You walked with me through midnight streets, past sleeping homes, quiet and warm. You talked to me with an open heart. The things you said filled my mind, and I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. The dreams you have so innocent and beautiful, and now I see another world in my world. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
That's a song I played yesterday, and a lot of people like the sound of it. So do I. That's Paul Heron. That's a song called At the Water's Edge. You like that?
Yes, I do.
Very nice. Paul Heron, singer-songwriter from locally, from Derrystoke, Londonderry. Do you know him?
Not personally, I don't think so.
I didn't say personally. I said, do you know him?
What do you mean, do you know him? Well, how do I know him if I don't know him?
Okay.
What sort of
I've got a
question is
spelling error here. A person draws to my attention. He said, but this may not be a spelling error. It's a Belfast road sign. It's a Donegal Road closed to Heed. Diversion via Sandy Road. That could be Ulster Scots. It's spelled A-H-A-E-D. A Heed.
A man wants a wee bit of Baz McSherry.
Baz McSherry is a very fine singer. Baz McSherry was in this programme one Friday not so long ago, and I should play him more often, but I don't because there's so many, many things I have to do that sometimes I neglect the people who I should not neglect. So I apologise to Baz. I will play some of his music very shortly. I'll find some upstairs and hopefully play it tomorrow. Is that good enough for you?
That's fine with me.
Good. Gerry, would you please play Come Back, Paddy Riley? Come back, Paddy Riley, to Bally, James Duff. Come back, Paddy Riley, to me. They want to hear Teenage Kicks by, guess, Liam Neeson.
Well, there's one here asking you to do Eamon Malley.
Well, hey. No, you do yours first. Tell you what, you do yours first and I'll do mine later.
Liam
You put the lyrics in
very
there.
difficult, Liam.
No, do something different then. Because that's too much like Joe.
Isn't it a teenage dream?
Ronnie Flanagan.
No, it's too...
No, it's not.
I've got a throat.
It's not.
No,
it's not.
I've no legs today.
I don't care about your legs.
I'm all weak.
Do Ronnie Flanagan.
No, I can't do Ronnie. I'm too clammy for Ronnie.
Are you?
Yeah. You've no idea how clammy I am.
I think I have an idea, yeah.
But
no,
you know
try
when,
it. Try it.
You know when you're lying back in your chair.
Yeah.
And then when you move forward, you feel your back all yicky.
Yicky?
Yicky.
All right then. Okay.
I have a yicky back.
Okay.
And a clammy neck.
Right, go on, Ronnie Flanagan.
I
right,
can't.
Go.
No, I can't. No, stop it. Don't ask me to do it. Look. I'm too sick.
You have to do it.
I'm not. I'm too sick. Give me somebody else. Give me somebody else.
You have to do it.
No,
Start it.
I can't do them. Give me. I'll do Gregory.
All right, go ahead.
Tell me when to do it.
Okay. Go.
A teenage dream so hard to beat. Every time she walks down the street, another girl, maybe a Republican in the neighbourhood, wish she was mine. She looks so good. I want to hold her tight, get teenage kicks all through the night.
I wonder what she earns. What does she earn?
I'm going to call her on the telephone, have her over 'cause I'm all alone. I need excitement. Oh, I need it bad. And it's the best I've ever had. I want to hold her tight, get teenage kicks right through the night.
How much do you think she'll earn?
How much would the Undertones earn? That's something we need to know. How much does Fergal Sharkey and Mickey Bradley, how much do they earn?
You mean laterally or beforehand?
I want to see their wage slips now.
I'm sick today. There's teenage kicks by the car salesman.
You're not yourself.
I've a throat.
No, I know, but you're trying.
I'm so trying.
That's what I like about you.
What
You're
about
trying.
your car salesman?
I don't have the lyrics.
You have no idea how clammy Gregory made me.
I just have to release you now. I'll let you go.
Teenage dreams hard to beat. Every time she walks down the street, another girl in the neighborhood wish she was mine. She looks so good. I want to hold you, want to hold you tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night. I think I call her on the telephone. Have her over because I'm all alone. I need excitement. I need it bad. This is the best I've ever had. I want to hold you. Want to hold you tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night. I want to hold you. Want to hold you tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night. I was just saying to my colleague, the Undertones are a marvellous band. They made a wonderful album. They had a great song called Teenage Kicks. I admired it very much indeed. I often play it in the privacy of my own home. And I was saying to the other lads and the chieftains, I said, lads, let's do a cover of that. Let's get young Sharky in and get him to do his stuff. Teenage dreams so hard to beat. Where would you get a lyric like that? I've got a cousin called Kevin. He's sure to go to heaven. I mean, for God's sake, lads, get real. Write some songs that the people want to hear. That's the type of lyrics that the people want.
You're not yourself, are you?
Want Emma McCann to do My Cousin Kevin.
You're not yourself.
I'm not.
I got a cousin named Kevin, who's sure to go to heaven.
I don't know the words of it. What give me the words of it?
I got a cousin named Kevin, who's sure to go to heaven. What's after that?
She's hair on a goat's...
Give me more of this cousin Kevin, lads.
Do you know, anybody know the words?
No, they don't.
Imagine us being Undertones fans we don't even know.
I would like to sing about my cousin Kevin.
You know, she said so. I'm in love with her, I feel fine. Baby says she's mine, you know, she tells me all the time, you know, she said so. I'm in love with her, I feel fine. I'm so glad she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that a baby buys the things, you know, buys a diamond ring, you know, she said so. She's in love with me and I feel fine. My love don't give me presents. I know that she's no present. Only ever has to give me love forever and forever. My love don't give me present. Turn me on when I get lonely. People tell me that she's only fooling. I know she isn't. She don't give boys the eye. She hates to see me cry. She is happy just to hear me say that I will never leave her. She don't give boys the eye. She will never make me jealous. Give me all the time as well as loving. Don't ask me why. She's a woman who understands. She's a woman who loves a man. My love don't give me presents. I know that she's no peasant. Only ever has to give me love forever and forever. My love don't give me presents. Turn me on when I get lonely. People tell me that she's only fooling. I know she isn't. My love don't give me presents. I know that she's no peasant. Only ever has to give me love forever and forever. My love don't give me presents. Turn me on when I get lonely. People tell me that she's only fooling. I know she isn't. She's a woman. She's a woman. She's a woman. She's a woman. She's my woman. She's a woman.
Isn't that good? It's interesting what people do with old Beatles music. I Feel Fine, that is, of course. You probably remember that if you're 70. And that's a band called Beetlegrass. I've played them before. Beatlegras, just a one S. And the album is called In a Perfect World. But it's fantastic. They're acoustic, obviously, just a couple of guitars and a bass. But, I mean, what about that? Gerry, some messages here. Pure class, that Undertones cover. You say even though you're sick, people still like you.
Who recorded Get Back? Or
Get Back.
The one, the Get Back you played.
Oh, yes, that was the Jim Jones Review. Jim Jones Review, R-E-V-U-E. Undertone cover, good that. Has Nicky's toes uncurled yet? I can't understand that. Do you know anything about a Nicky? Nicky's
probably
toes?
Mickey. Probably Mickey.
Miss Brent. But escaping the Olympic back-patting and the crowing of Andy Murray's winning the tennis, I tuned into 1FM. I must say your impersonations are far better than that. I think I've just taken about enough Olympics, you know. I think I've had it. Yeah. I think I've fed up with it now. And I was a number of weeks ago. Would you ask that gentleman with the full head of hair to play to play some Niamh McGlinchey, who appeared in this programme with great success, I have to say, last Friday. That's for Paul Harry Knuckles out on the Glenwherry post run. Obviously a man delivering the Queen's mail to the people who pay their taxes. You are both definitely not Indians, going on about a wee sore throat like you're both pussies.
Yeah, well, that's a fair point.
Well, see, that's true, because, you know, remember Nolan used to always do that. Remember, I used to give him a hard time. Now we're doing it. That pub that you talked about where you sang Lily the Pink.
Yes.
Was it called the Squealing Pig?
Correct.
It was indeed.
Yes.
And indeed, the Squealing Pig still exists.
Yes.
And they had a beauty competition there every year, and the person who wins it for 12 months, she's called Miss Squealing Pig. You don't want to be, do you? Remember we did that thing about beauty in Donegal. Whenever they've got various pubs and hotels, they have beauty competitions. And the girl who wins obviously has to have that title. And she gets a sash and everything. Miss Squealing Pig. But the one I like was the one in Letterkenny. Do you remember the Three Ways Motel? Miss Three Ways? And was that pub in Muff called the Squealing Pig? There's even worse than that. I went there before I go into Borderland. You see, this gentleman went to the same dance that you went to. You may have danced with him.
Yes.
Remember, I used to play there. I never liked playing there. Do you know why?
Why not? No.
Because the stage was quite strange, and there were people at your side. There were
Yes.
people behind you.
Yeah, the big seats.
And they could see you scratching your bum and everything. You know, people should only be able to see you from the front. I
That's
don't like
true.
when people are behind you.
No, that's very true. I never thought about that.
Oh, I never liked that.
See,
People
you were
behind you.
conscious. But you see, you being the type of man that didn't want to be on the stage.
Oh, I didn't want to be on the stage at all. I was always shy, and I'm still the same today. I'm not. Even today, you notice this. Whenever you and I go on the stage, you're by far the most comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You always are.
Yes.
And the people like you when you go on stage because they know that you enjoy it. They don't like me because they know that I don't want to be on the stage, and they don't like me.
Oh, they
But
do
you
like
know, but whenever you and I go on stage, people always like you better than they like me. And
say
that's a source of great disappointment to me.
Yeah.
No, but that's because you're approachable and you lick their arses, basically. Dear Gerry and his helper, alias Turkey Neck and Shambles Sean, the other day I heard a song by an artist called Owen Campbell from Down Under. He writes his own stuff. If you know him, could you play him? Did you ever hear of a man called Owen Campbell from Down Under?
Can I ask
He
you
must be
this
from
before-
Limerick or somewhere.
Just before you move on.
What?
Talking about the dances and people sitting at the side of the stage. Now, I was one of those people. And,
You have to preface this by saying that maybe a lot of people won't remember this. See, a lot of people don't realise that,
Well, you set the scene then.
I know. Well, set the scene is many years ago, before people twitted, there were people. The only outlet that people had was they went to dances and dance halls and they listened to show bands. And it seems a very odd concept now. Men would stand on stage in high boots and they'd play songs that they were very bad at. And people would pay vast amounts of money to go and see them. And then they would jive and do stuff like that. And then sometimes they go into pubs and sing Lily the Pink before they went on to the dance. And then the drink would die in them about 12 o'clock, remember? What time did the drink used to die in you? You took it that, right, you take it somewhere like the Borderland. Now, I'll tell you where it used to work with me. You take a Borderland is a dance hall in a place called Muff, just outside Derry Stroke Londonderry. Everybody from Derry Stroke Londonderry used to go there on a Friday and Sunday night. Right. And not a Saturday, wasn't it? Not a Saturday?
No.
Because you had to get up early in the morning, you see, go to mass. Anyway, you go down. What time would you give me your Friday night, and now I'll give you mine just for it. But what time did you leave the house?
Well, it all depend on how much money you had.
Okay, let's say you're flush. You're flush.
You're flush.
Okay.
Would
you drink in Londonderry?
Yes.
Right. When would you go to the pub in Londonderry?
I would say I would have been heading down around 8 o'clock.
That's a long night.
It's not really.
8 o'clock. How long would you drink in the pub in Londonderry?
Well, I think we would have been getting the bus to Muff at about 10 o'clock.
That's 2 hours drinking.
Yeah, but you see, it wouldn't be.
Okay, well,
there
what
was
would you drink in that amount of time?
You see, it was all little bottles of beer, little half pints of
What
beer.
about the pints? What was wrong with them?
It was probably bottles of beer then.
How many would you drink? Come on, just for curiosity.
Maybe...
8?
No.
6.
Yeah, max.
Did you see the thing in the paper the other day about the electric picnic? It was an article in the Sunday Independent. I had missed that by Declan Lynch. And he said he saw this thing and the rules for the people who are going to the electric picnic. I don't know where it was. And it was a three-day event, right? And the people who went in there, they were staying in there, of course. And they were limited to 48 cans a person. 48 cans
for a weekend?
A person? No, that was their limit.
And
But
that was for
then
a
it
week.
said
That did them for the weekend.
3 days.
Well, 48. What's that? 11?
16 each. 16 a day. And don't forget, they didn't say what size, because you can get pint cans, right? You can get pint cans. You know that, don't you?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Can
Get big cans. Oh, yeah.
Can
You could bring in 48 pint cans of drink, and you could drink 16 pints a day. And that's a limit. And do you know what they said after it? There's an off-licence facility should you require it. So, that just shows you how much people drink down south. I thought we were bad up here. Imagine saying, you can only bring in 158 cans and 8 bottles of vodka for 3 days. Sorry about that. But you can buy more when you're there. Anyway, enough of that. So, many pints? No, I'm trying to get your consumption.
I would say...
Would you be rightly? Would you be tiddly by the time you get on the bus?
I would say you're talking maybe 4 or 5 half-pint bottles.
Ah, pussy! And no vodka or nothing.
No.
That's not drinking at all, for God's sake. People drink that now before they go out. Okay, at 4 or 5. And then you go to the Squealing Pig pub.
Pig, or indeed the one opposite, the Matador.
The Matador, indeed, Finnegan's.
Right.
And how much would you drink there?
I would say, so you're down there.
Would you hit the shorts then?
No, but listen, you're down. No, I wasn't.
If you had money?
No, I was never a spirit person, really.
That's because they're too dear.
And you'd be down there about 10:30.
Go on, get to the chase here.
Well, what time are you on stage? I'm coming out to see you.
All right, I'm on stage at 11 o'clock.
You see?
No, maybe 12 if the dance is on to 2. No, 12. But you'd be thrown out of the pub at 10:30.
You see?
Right?
No,
what I'm trying to get to is when the drink starts to die in you.
We had been out of the pub then maybe about 11:15.
Yes.
Around that time. And then you're queuing up to get in to see, because there's always a big crowd to see chess men see you.
Now, when does the drink start to die in you?
I don't know. When you start getting shot down.
You mean to say that whilst the buzz is going, you're inviolable? Whilst the buzz is going, you're irresistible to women, but once the drink starts to die, they sense it. They sense it and then they reject you.
You have that Dutch courage. You don't mind being shot down because you say, try again.
Do you know the way it used to work for me? We'd go down there about we'd leave there about 8:30, 8:45, you see? And then we'd...
Leave where?
The ballroom. You'd set up your equipment.
Oh, you were down there.
You do your little sound check.
Yeah, right.
And then you go somewhere, and then you might get a bite to eat there. And maybe about 10 o'clock you would go to the upstairs room in the Squealing Pig.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would drink vodka like there was no tomorrow.
And very bad.
Many's a time we'd go on that stage and we'd no idea where we were. And actually what happened would be about an hour and a half later the drink would start to die in you. And you'd be playing for 2 hours. You'd be okay for about an hour and a half, and then your legs would start to get leaden, and your head would start to sag, and your eyes would start to drip. And you felt completely exhausted because the drink was dying in you.
And you had to do jumping jack flash?
You had to do jumping flash! Just a note from Swatra. Your old friend Hugo Chavez, formerly president of Venezuela, has just checked. I have just checked your Twitter page. At the bottom it suggests similar to Gerry Anderson and lists Jim Allister. Fat Boy will show you how to work the Twitter. He'll be very upset when he hears about the number of followers you have gained in such a short time. Lady Boy Gerry, if you can get Tonto to join Twitter as well, do Teenage Kicks with Daniel O'Donnell. Oh, yes. Yes.
No.
Oh, yes. I'm going to make you work today.
You really are.
I know it's just good. You see, I'm enjoying this. We won't do this again, you see.
Will we not?
No.
There's one there that I quite liked, but
what?
I'm not up to it.
What?
A teenage dream's so hard to beat. Every time she walks down the street.
You got the music?
Another girl in the neighborhood. I wish she was mine. Well, she looks so good. I want to hold her. Want to hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night. I'll tell you what.
But I was playing.
I'm going to call her on the telephone. Have her over here. Because I'm all alone. I need excitement. Oh, I need it bad. And it's the best I've ever had. I want to hold her. Want to hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night. I mean, you got to have your teenage kicks right through the night. You know what I mean? Like, when I was having teenage kicks, when you were having teenage kicks, Jay. I mean...
When I was playing.
Oh, you had to have them all through the night.
That's no good at all.
You might be... You're really making me work a day. I might get a bonus for this.
No, you won't.
Oh, when will I go?
Go.
A teenage dream's so hard to beat. Every time she walks down the street. Another girl in the neighborhood. Well, I wish she was mine. She looks so good. I want to hold her. Want to hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night.
Maybe he means he wants to hold her tights.
I'm going to call her on the telephone. Have her over 'cause I'm all alone. I need excitement. Oh, I need it bad. And it's the best I've ever had. I want to hold her tight. Get teenage kicks right through the night.
All right. That moved me.
Well, I'm delighted.
I think you do that rather well.
God bless you. It's not often I move a man.
I know. Just goes to show you, you can do it.
I have the ability.
And indeed the inclination.
What about Lily Brown?
I haven't heard anything about her for a long time.
If you were to play Lily the Pink for her, she's 91 today.
I know. Maybe you could get her in the machine, I'll do it.
All right.
We can't deny a woman who's 91, although we've often done it before. Okay, I'll look in the book, see if it's there. I'll play another little thing first, and then hopefully, if all goes well, we can have Lily the Pink to send us out. How would that be?
That'd be lovely, Gerry. It would show that you're human after all.
I don't know about that, but it'll show something, maybe not that. I don't want that to be shown.
It'll
Because
show
it's
that you've run out of CDs to play. That's what it'll show, and you'd be glad of Lily the Pink.
I sleep in my clothes in case he arrives when I'm dreaming. He got nothing to hide, his life ain't got no hidden meaning. And I hold you tight and I'll wake you if I hear him calling. 'Cause I sleep in my clothes as soon as the snow starts falling. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? How we gonna know if he gets here? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? How we gonna know if he's alive? Is it gonna snow, gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that we're alive? I sleep in my clothes in case there's a fire when I'm dreaming. I got nothing to hide, my life ain't got no hidden meaning. And I hold you close and I'll wake you if smoke stops you breathing. 'Cause I sleep in my clothes in case there's a fire when we're dreaming. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? How we gonna know if he gets here? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? How we gonna know if he's alive? Is it gonna snow, gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that I'm alive? He can tell that I'm lying awake even though I am moving. And the beat of your heart in my ear keeps love alive. And to tell you the truth, all I'm thinking about is fire. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? How we gonna know if he gets here? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? How we gonna know if he's alive? Is it gonna snow, gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that I'm alive? He can tell that I'm lying awake even though I am moving. And the beat of your heart in my ear keeps love alive. And to tell you the truth, all I'm thinking about is fire. Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow? Is it gonna rain, hurricane? Is it gonna snow? Is it gonna rain? Who we gonna blame for the sunshine? Will he get my mail through the hail? Does he even know that we're alive?
That's a huge talent. Best boy grip.
We'll drink a drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the Pink, the Pink, the savior of the human race. Oh, she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case.
Is this what your program's like?
No, stop it.
And it made him awful shy, and so they gave him medicinal compound, and now he's learning how to fly. Rod the Tony was known to be phony. the lily, the pink, the pink, the pink, the savior of the human race. Was she invented, medicinal compound, was efficacious in every case. Old Ebenezer.
This is hard for me, you know.
I know.
Hard to keep this on.
It's coming in my
Where they gave him medicinal compound, and now he's emperor of Rome.
Johnny Hammer had a terrible sister, Susanna. He could hardly say a word, and so they gave him medicinal compound. Now see, never heard.
The lily, the pink, the pink, the pink, the savior of the human race. Was she invented, medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case.
Auntie Millie ran willy-nilly when her legs they did.
Is it 12 o'clock yet?
Give it another minute.
For God's sake, this is horrible.
Now they call her Millie B.
It's like being in a rugby club.
Had terrible freckles, and the boys all called her names. But she changed with medicinal compound. Now he joins in all their games.
That woman, that 91-year-old woman, owes me big time. This is what it must be like to be on Radio 2.
I played King Ganguly the other day.
Did you?
I did.
You'll burn in hell for that.
Medicinal